Ladies and gentlemen, every single day you wake up with a choice to rise or to remain, a choice to push forward or to stay where you are. See, life ain't about luck. It's about what you tell yourself, about the story you write in your mind before the day even begins. Now listen to me. Words have power. The words you speak to yourself, they shape your destiny. They build you or they break you. So today I'm here to share 9 powerful truths that you need to tell yourself every single day. Not just once, not just when times get tough, but every single day. Because success, greatness, purpose, they don't come knocking on your door. You got to get up, step out, and claim them. And it starts right here with what you believe about you. Every single day, the moment you wake up, you are faced with a decision. You can either take charge of your life or you can let the world decide your direction for you. The truth is, no one else is responsible for the way your life turns out. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not society, just you. You are the one steering the wheel. You are the one making the choices, whether consciously or unconsciously. And when you truly embrace that, when you take full ownership of your actions, your mindset, and your future, that's when everything changes. Most people go through life feeling powerless, feeling like life is something that just happens to them. They blame their circumstances, their past, their upbringing, their lack of resources. They say things like, if only I had a better start, or if only I had more opportunities, or if only things were different. But here's the truth. Life doesn't owe you anything. And waiting around for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect opportunity will keep you stuck in the same place forever. You have to understand that everything in your life is a result of the decisions you make. The way you respond to situations, the habits you build, the effort you put in, the standards you set for yourself. These things determine where you end up. Even in the toughest situations, even when life throws challenges at you, you still have control over one thing: your response. That's where your power lies. You might not be able to change everything around you, but you can always change how you react, how you adapt, how you push forward despite the obstacles. Think about the most successful people in the world, the ones who have overcome adversity and built extraordinary lives. They weren't handed an easy path. They weren't given shortcuts. They had to take control of their destiny, often in the face of extreme hardship. They refused to play the victim. They refused to let their circumstances define them. They made a choice every single day to take ownership of their actions, their thoughts, and their progress. That's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. The moment you tell yourself, I am in control of my life, you shift from being reactive to being proactive. You stop waiting for things to happen and start making things happen. You stop blaming and start building. You stop focusing on what you lack and start maximizing what you have. You start seeing opportunities where others see excuses. You start believing that no matter where you are right now, no matter what your past looks like, you have the power to change your future. But let's be real, it's not always easy. There will be moments when you feel lost, when things don't go according to plan, when failures and setbacks make you question everything. In those moments, it's tempting to give up control, to let fear or doubt take over. But that's exactly when you need to remind yourself of your power. You need to remind yourself that setbacks don't define you, failures don't define you, and tough times don't define you. What defines you is how you respond, how you rise, how you keep moving forward even when the road is rough. Taking control of your life means setting clear goals and holding yourself accountable. It means being honest with yourself about your habits, your mindset, and your choices. It means refusing to settle for less than you deserve. It means putting in the work, staying disciplined, and pushing through even when you don't feel like it. Because at the end of the day, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. No one is going to live your dreams for you. It's on you. And the most powerful thing, once you truly embrace this mindset, once you commit to taking control, you become unstoppable. You stop fearing challenges because you know you can handle them. You stop feeling stuck because you realize you always have a choice. You stop waiting for permission and start taking action. You become the author of your own story, the architect of your own future, because that's exactly what you were meant to be. There is a voice inside you that either builds you up or tears you down, and too often people let that voice tell them they are not enough. Not smart enough, not strong enough, not talented enough. But here's the truth. Your worth is not determined by your past mistakes, by other people's opinions, or by the doubts you have in your own mind. You are worthy of success and happiness simply because you exist, because you have the power to grow, to learn, to improve, and to create a life that reflects your full potential. So many people go through life believing they have to prove themselves, as if worthiness is something to be earned, something only given to those who meet certain expectations. But that's not true. You do not need permission to believe in yourself. You do not need validation from the outside world to know that you are valuable. The moment you stop seeking approval and start recognizing your own power, everything begins to shift. Think about it. How many dreams have been abandoned because someone believed they weren't good enough? How many people settle for less because they convince themselves they don't deserve more? The way you see yourself affects every decision you make, every opportunity you take, and every challenge you face. If you believe you are not worthy, you will hesitate, you will shrink, you will allow doubt to dictate your future. But if you wake up every day knowing that you are just as capable, just as deserving, just as powerful as anyone else, then there is nothing that can hold you back. Success is not reserved for a chosen few. Happiness is not something only certain people are allowed to have. These things are available to anyone who believes in themselves enough to go after them. When you recognize your own worth, you stop waiting for luck, you stop waiting for someone to choose you, and you start choosing yourself. You start showing up for your goals, for your dreams, for the life you truly want, because you finally understand that you are meant for more than just getting by. You are meant to thrive. But let's be real. Society, past experiences, and even people around you can make it hard to believe in yourself. Maybe you've been told you're not talented enough. Maybe you've failed before, and now you're afraid to try again. Maybe you've been overlooked, underestimated, or ignored so many times that you started to believe it was true. But here's what you need to remember. Your worth is not defined by anyone else. Just because someone else doesn't see your potential doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you've failed before doesn't mean you will fail again. Just because you've been told you're not enough doesn't mean you have to accept it. The most successful people in the world didn't get there because they were the smartest, the luckiest, or the most gifted. They got there because they refused to believe they were anything less than capable. They got there because they believed in their own value even when no one else did. They kept moving forward, kept pushing through challenges, kept working on themselves until the world had no choice but to recognize their greatness. And you have that same power within you. The key is to start shifting the way you talk to yourself. Pay attention to the words you use when you think about your goals, your abilities, your future. Are you building yourself up, or are you tearing yourself down? Are you telling yourself you are capable, or are you filling your mind with doubt? Every time you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, replace it with, I am learning, I am growing, I am capable. Every time you feel like you don't deserve success, remind yourself that everyone starts somewhere, and the only difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the belief that they are worthy of the journey. When you truly accept your worth, you stop settling for less. You stop allowing negative thoughts to dictate your actions. You stop letting fear keep you from taking risks. You start walking with confidence, speaking with certainty, and making decisions from a place of strength rather than doubt. You realize that happiness is not something that happens by accident. It's something you create by choosing to believe in yourself, by choosing to pursue what sets your soul on fire, and by refusing to let anyone, including yourself, convince you that you are anything less than worthy. Life is unpredictable. No matter how well you plan, how hard you work, or how much effort you put in, there will be moments when things don't go your way. You will face setbacks, failures, and disappointments that make you question everything. But the difference between those who rise and those who stay down is the mindset they carry when life knocks them back. Every setback, every failure, every closed door is not the end of the road. It's a setup for a comeback. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger than before. Some of the most successful people in history have failed more times than most people have even tried. They have faced rejection, loss, and failure on levels that would break the average person. But what set them apart was their ability to see those moments as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. They didn't let failure define them. They didn't let setbacks convince them to quit. Instead, they used those moments as fuel to push forward, to refine their skills, to sharpen their vision, and to prove to themselves that they were capable of more. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of triumph comes after a struggle. No one achieves greatness without first facing adversity. The question is not whether you will encounter setbacks. The question is how you will respond when they come. Will you allow failure to break your confidence, or will you use it to build your resilience? Will you see obstacles as reasons to give up, or will you see them as tests designed to make you stronger? The way you interpret setbacks determines the direction of your life. If you believe that failure is a sign you're not good enough, you will stop trying. If you believe that rejection means you don't have what it takes, you will settle for less than you deserve. But if you believe that every failure is simply feedback, that every setback is a chance to improve, you will keep moving forward. You will keep getting better. You will keep refining your skills, adjusting your strategy, and building yourself into someone who is unstoppable. Think about a time in your life when something didn't go as planned. Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted. Maybe you tried something new and failed miserably. Maybe you gave your all to a goal only to come up short. In that moment, it felt like the end of the world. But looking back, you can probably see that it wasn't the end. It was just part of the journey. It forced you to rethink your approach, to develop new skills, to push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. And if you had given up in that moment, if you had let that setback convince you that you weren't capable, you never would have made the progress you've made since then. Every setback carries a lesson, but only if you are willing to see it. If you approach failure with frustration, anger, or self-doubt, you miss the opportunity to grow. But if you approach it with curiosity, with a willingness to learn, you turn every failure into a stepping stone. You start to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. You start to realize that nothing can truly stop you except the decision to stop yourself. Resilience is built in the moments when things don't go as planned. Strength is developed when you refuse to quit even when the odds are against you. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who keep going despite failure. They take every setback, every rejection, every obstacle, and use it as a reason to push harder, to go further, to prove to themselves that they are capable of more than they ever imagined. The comeback is always stronger than the setback, but only if you choose to make it that way. When life pushes you down, you have a choice. You can stay down or you can get back up with more knowledge, more strength, and more determination than before. The next time you face a failure, instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask yourself, "What is this teaching me?" Instead of saying, "This is the end," tell yourself, "This is just the beginning," because every setback is a setup for something greater, something stronger, something that will shape you into the person you were always meant to be. Distractions are everywhere. Every day, there are countless things pulling at your attention, trying to take you away from what truly matters. Social media, negative people, self-doubt, unnecessary drama, meaningless tasks. If you are not careful, these distractions will consume your time, your energy, and your focus. And the problem is, once you lose focus, you lose progress. Once you start entertaining things that don't align with your goals, you start drifting further away from them. Success does not happen by accident. It happens through deliberate effort, through discipline, through a relentless commitment to staying on track. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every success story begins with one simple thing: focus. The ability to lock in on a goal, to block out distractions, and to keep moving forward no matter what. The moment you allow yourself to get distracted, you slow down. The moment you start listening to negativity, you start doubting yourself. The moment you lose sight of your purpose, you start making choices that pull you away from where you want to be. There will always be people who don't believe in your vision. People who try to tell you what you can and can't do. People who bring negativity into your life. People who project their own fears and limitations onto you. If you are not careful, their words will start affecting your mindset. You will start second-guessing yourself, questioning whether you are capable, wondering if your goals are even worth it. And before you know it, you are no longer moving forward. You are standing still, stuck in a cycle of doubt and hesitation. This is why focus is so powerful. When you make a decision to stay locked in on your goals, nothing can shake you. Negative people don't affect you because you refuse to give them your energy. Failures don't stop you because you know they are just part of the process. Setbacks don't discourage you because you are too focused on your next step to dwell on what went wrong. When you have true focus, you stop wasting time on things that don't serve your purpose. You stop allowing temporary emotions to control your actions. You stop looking for shortcuts and start embracing the work that needs to be done. The truth is, most people fail not because they aren't capable, but because they lose focus. They start off strong, motivated, excited about their goals, but then life happens. Challenges arise, distractions appear, and instead of pushing through, they shift their attention to something else. They put their dreams on hold, telling themselves they'll get back to them later. But later turns into weeks, months, years, and eventually they look back and wonder why they never got to where they wanted to be. This is why you must remind yourself every single day to stay focused. No matter what is happening around you, no matter what setbacks come your way, no matter how many distractions try to steal your attention, you must stay committed. You must wake up every day with a clear intention, with a clear purpose, and with a mindset that refuses to be swayed by anything that does not align with your goals. It takes discipline to stay focused. It takes strength to say no to distractions, to walk away from negativity, to choose long-term success over short-term gratification. But every time you choose focus over distraction, you get one step closer to your goals. Every time you refuse to entertain negativity, you protect your energy. Every time you stay committed to your vision, you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving it. There will be days when you don't feel motivated, days when progress feels slow, when obstacles seem endless, when doubt starts creeping in. But those are the moments that test your focus the most. Those are the moments when you must remind yourself why you started, what you are working toward, and why giving up is not an option. If you can push through those moments, if you can stay focused when everything around you is trying to pull you away, then nothing will be able to stop you. Your goals, your dreams, your vision, they are all within reach, but only if you stay focused, only if you refuse to let distractions take you off course. Only if you remind yourself every day that no matter what happens, you will not stop, you will not quit, and you will not lose sight of what truly matters. Everything you need to succeed is already within you. The strength, the resilience, the intelligence, the creativity, it's all there. The problem is not a lack of ability. The problem is that too many people doubt themselves before they even begin. They look at others who have achieved great things and think those people are somehow different, somehow more special, more gifted, more lucky. But the truth is, success is not about luck or talent alone. It's about realizing your own potential and using it to its fullest. People spend so much time looking for answers outside of themselves. They think they need someone to give them permission, someone to tell them they're ready, someone to validate their dreams before they take action. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions. But waiting is just another way of avoiding. The truth is, you don't need anyone to tell you that you're capable. You don't need permission to chase your dreams. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect. You need to start with what you have right now and trust that you already possess everything required to succeed. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't that successful people have more resources, more support, or better circumstances. It's that they use what they have and make the most of it. They don't wait for opportunities, they create them. They don't let obstacles stop them. They find a way around, over, or through them. They don't waste time doubting whether they're good enough. They act, they learn, they grow, and they improve along the way. Fear and doubt are the biggest barriers to success. That voice in your head that tells you you're not ready, that you're not good enough, that you might fail, it's not telling the truth. It's trying to keep you in your comfort zone because that's where things feel safe. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. Success doesn't happen in hesitation. You have to silence that voice and remind yourself that you are fully capable of handling whatever challenges come your way. You have overcome struggles before, you have faced difficulties and found solutions, and you will continue to do so as long as you believe in yourself. Think about all the skills you've developed, all the knowledge you've gained, all the experiences that have shaped you. Every challenge you've faced, every setback you've overcome, every lesson you've learned has given you the tools you need to move forward. You are stronger than you think, more capable than you realize, and more prepared than you give yourself credit for. But none of that matters if you don't believe it. You have to trust yourself. You have to recognize that you already have what it takes. People often underestimate their ability to figure things out. They think they need all the answers before they begin, but no one starts out knowing everything. Success is about learning as you go, adapting to new challenges, and improving with every step. The most successful people in the world didn't wait until they felt 100% ready. They took action despite uncertainty. They faced challenges head on. They trusted themselves to figure things out along the way, and because of that, they grew into the kind of people who could achieve their goals. The only way to truly fail is to give up on yourself. As long as you keep pushing forward, as long as you keep learning and adapting, as long as you refuse to quit, you will find a way. The road won't always be easy, and there will be moments when you doubt yourself. But those moments are just tests. They are opportunities to prove to yourself that you are stronger than your fears, more capable than your doubts, and more powerful than any obstacle in your path. Every great achievement starts with someone who believes in themselves enough to try. Someone who refuses to let fear hold them back. Someone who understands that they already have everything they need within them. You don't have to wait for the right moment. You don't have to wait until you feel completely ready. You just have to take the first step, trust yourself, and keep moving forward, because everything you need to succeed is already inside you. You just have to believe it. No matter how talented, hardworking, or determined you are, there will always be moments when you feel stuck, moments when progress feels slow, when obstacles seem too big, when doubt starts creeping in. In those moments, most people look for something external to push them forward. They wait for motivation, for inspiration, for a sign that tells them to keep going. But here's the truth. Motivation is not something you wait for. It's something you create. Too many people believe they need to feel inspired before they take action. They think they need to be in the right mood, in the right mindset, in the right circumstances before they can push forward. But if you rely on motivation to get things done, you'll never be consistent. Motivation is unpredictable. It comes and goes. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, full of energy, ready to conquer anything. Other days you'll feel tired, discouraged, unmotivated. If you only take action on the days when you feel inspired, you will never reach your full potential. Discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's showing up every single day, putting in the work, making progress, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, even when you're tired. Motivation might get you started, but discipline is what keeps you going. The people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who always feel motivated. They're the ones who show up even when they don't. They train when they don't feel like training. They work when they don't feel like working. They push forward when every part of them wants to stop. They don't wait for the perfect mood, the perfect conditions, the perfect moment. They create momentum through action, and that momentum is what drives them forward. The truth is, the more disciplined you become, the less you need motivation. When you build habits that align with your goals, you don't waste energy deciding whether or not to take action. You just do it. You don't negotiate with yourself. You don't let temporary feelings dictate your choices. You develop the mindset that says, this is what I do, no excuses. Every time you push yourself to take action, even when you don't feel like it, you build strength. You prove to yourself that you are in control, not your emotions. You train your mind to overcome resistance, to push through discomfort, to stay committed no matter what. That kind of mental toughness is what leads to real, lasting success. The biggest mistake people make is believing they need to feel ready before they start. But the truth is, action creates motivation, not the other way around. The more you do, the more momentum you build. The more momentum you build, the easier it becomes to keep going. Success is not about massive bursts of inspiration. It's about small, consistent actions repeated over time. It's about doing the work when no one is watching, when no one is cheering, when no one is giving you credit. There will always be distractions trying to pull you away from your goals. There will always be reasons to procrastinate, to take a break, to delay action. But discipline is about making a choice every single day. Do you listen to your excuses, or do you push through them? Do you wait for motivation, or do you create it? Do you let your feelings control you, or do you take control of your future? Your dreams are possible, but only if you are willing to do the work. Only if you are willing to stay committed, even when it's hard. Only if you refuse to give up when progress feels slow. Only if you understand that motivation is fleeting, but discipline lasts forever. The most successful people in the world are not the most motivated, they are the most disciplined. They don't just work when they feel like it, they work because they've made a decision to succeed no matter what. At the end of the day, it's not about how you feel, it's about what you do. Success is not a matter of luck or talent. It's a matter of consistency, of discipline, of making the choice to show up every single day no matter what. Because in the end, the people who achieve their goals are not the ones who waited for motivation. They are the ones who got up, got to work, and never looked back.